Roll.
Okay, take one. Well, Shayla, you know we brought you in here today because we've decided after numerous complaints that we're going to evict you. But before we evict you, I want to talk to you about some of the violations, reasons why we're evicting you. So in your next place, you'll be able to, maybe not do the same thing or engage in that same type of behavior. One of the reasons we're evicting you, and we gave you 3 notices, and according to your lease, if we give you 3 notices, we can evict you. But one of the reasons we're evicting you is you're playing your music too loud. You'd like to respond to that?
Well, my music wasn't loud, and I like the way it sounds, so it couldn't have been too loud above my standard, so I think it was rather low.
Well, I have a report here from the police, and they heard it 2 blocks away and heard the bass 3 blocks away.
I don't know what to say about that. They never came to my door and told me.
And we have a couple police reports here that said they did come to your door and asked you to turn your music down.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. So.
Another reason we're evicting you is you're just having too many visitors. There were people in your apartment complex that were trying to get to sleep, yet they said it was a parade every day. People going in and out and out and in, all hours of the night and all day. Would you like to respond to that?
It wasn't that many people, just a few. But I pay the rent here, so whoever I want to come over, it's all right by me. You know, they can come over whenever they want to.
Now, I also understand you cussed the neighbors out when they approached you with these concerns.
Well, they were in my business. They don't pay my bills, so I don't tell them what's going on at their house, or they don't tell me what's going on at mine.
Funny you brought up paying the bills, because as we look at your rent record in terms of payment, your rent was always late. How do you account for that?
Well, my baby's birthday came up, and I had to go get my hair done. You see how I was looking now, about that time. And you guys are asking too much for this dump. So.
Okay, and funny you should bring up dump. When we looked in your apartment while you were living there, that's just what it looked like, a dump. It was quite unkept.
No, I don't think so. I keep my place clean.
Well, the rental lady that lives on the property, the rental agent, said that she saw maggots in your garbage can.
She was the only one, looking at my garbage can. I don't recall it at all. So I don't, she can look wherever she want to look. Just don't come knocking on my door. I'll be all right.
Now, the last concern we had, and again, we received a number of complaints from the neighbors, a number of complaints from the landlord on the premises of the complex. They tell us that you let your son play outside unsupervised.
Sandra? Anita?
Yes.
Hello?
Could you hold our calls, please, Vernon? Sandra.
This is a person trying to find you. There's a young lady here with a child that's trying to find you. Tanisha?
Oh, yeah. Would you send her back to the office? Tell her we're videotaping, so be quiet, please.
Understood.
Thank you. Dang, I almost had it. So let's pick it back up with letting your son play out unsupervised, okay? Because we're almost finished with this part. Okay?
Yeah, take the same position that you had. You head over to hit that.
And I kept swinging over here, huh, Stanford?
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I got it down. Now you can pick it up anywhere. Yeah, okay. I'll go back to a 2-shot.
Okay. We also received a number of complaints from the landlord on the premises, as well as complaints from your neighbors that you were letting your son play outside unsupervised, and on numerous occasions your son almost got hit by a car. Why would you let your child go out and play in a parking lot unsupervised?
I was watching him from the window. He was all right.
Even though he almost got hit by a car?
He never got hit by a car. Almost never. So I don't know what she's talking about or whoever. So I don't have anything else to say, really.
Okay. Well, you understand why you're getting evicted?
Not really, no.
Is there anything else you want to say to me before we leave?
Well, not really, but I'm pregnant.
That's the end.
Dang. I'm like,
Okay.
She's on her way. She went to pick up Nora Lee.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Okay. All right. Rolling.
Hey, we received a number of complaints from the landlord and from your neighbors that indicated you let your son go outside and play unsupervised, meaning that you would just let him run wild in the parking lot. And according to my notes here, he almost got hit by a car, not once, but twice.
are you sure?
That's what my notes say.
Well, when he's outside, he's been watched because I have a front window, of course, and I look out the window numerous times, and he's all right.
Well, do you understand why you're getting evicted?
No, I really don't.
Even though we went over all these issues such as playing your music too loud, too many visitors, poor housekeeping, and being late with your rent,
Mm-hmm.
you still don't understand?
No.
All right. Well, we are evicting you. Do you have anything else to say before we conclude?
Well, I'm pregnant again.
Freeze right now.
Again.
Okay. Yeah.
Rolling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's so sad is that young ladies really do get evicted for this stuff. And they still don't understand.
Yeah.
And we're done with your part.
Okay.
As soon as Mr. Killingsworth says rolling.
Okay. I'm rolling. Leaning there a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right
Action.
there, right there.
Girls in the hood need to know computers. Computers are our future, and the information highway is going to lead us into the 21st century. For example, a lot of things are online. You can get information, research information if you have to research something for school. You can pay your bills via being online. So computers are definitely the future. Not only that, but a lot of secretarial positions or any office positions require that you know some of the most common page making programs like Word and WordPerfect. And there are different programs that can increase your typing speed and just increase your knowledge in general, math, reading, and entertainment. So girls in the hood need to know computers.
That's good enough.
Yep, she's a good talent. Wait,
that it?
just address one other concern. So you're a girl in the hood, you didn't do that well in school, you're intimidated by some of this. How would you address that? Hold on,
Okay.
wait till Mr. Killingsworth.
I'm rolling.
And preface your statement by saying, girls in the hood, even if you are intimidated by it, even though you didn't go to school, full 4 years, even though you didn't take math, it's never too late to learn computers.
Just say that.
And then explain why it's never too late. How anyone can learn this stuff. You don't need to be a brain, because the
Okay.
common misconception is that only very intelligent people can learn computers, but that's not true, because it's not that hard, right? It's not that difficult.
No. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Rolling.
What did I say now?
Girls in the hood.
Okay. Girls in the hood need to know computers. Although you may have not had any prior experience with computers, or your skills from high school may not have even touched on computers, math, reading, etc., etc., you don't need to be a nerd brain genius to try to use computers. As a matter of fact, computers are so user-friendly that anybody can use them. For example, even if you don't want to read the manuals and stuff, basically what computers do is they give you all types of statements and messages and stuff that tell you what to do next. So all you have to do is just get on there, turn it on, and give it a try, and you'll find what you need in the program. So it's there for you. It's there to help you. And that's why.
Okay, say one more time. Girls in the hood need, say it more forcefully. Girls in the hood need to learn computers.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Okay.
Just a minute, let me go in tighter. So, yeah, okay, now we can, something added to the clean. All right, go on.
Girls in the hood need to know, okay. Girls in the hood need to learn computers.
That's it.
Thank you. You ready?
Rolling.
Welcome to Girls in the Hood. I'm Diane Felt, and I'm the director of the North Portland Youth and Family Center. We're a project of Delaney Family of Services, and Gift Family Services is part of that offering to the community. Gift was originally designed to work with high-risk young women, both those who are pregnant and parenting and those that are not. It is a network of coordinated services aimed at these young girls, and to my knowledge, it's the only such effort in Multnomah County, if not the state of Oregon. We see a lot of girls in programs, but gender-specific programming for girls, unless they're pregnant or parenting, is still a scarcity out there. Finally, there's been some national recognition given to the need to reach out to young women before they get pregnant. We see a lot of girls at the Family Center who have the perception that unless they get pregnant, they don't get services. And until that changes, we are going to see the issue of teen pregnancy continue. Is that enough?
Yeah. How do you want to end it? You know, you ended it in that take as the issue of teen pregnancy continue. Is that how you want to end it?
I'm thinking. No, okay. How do you want me to end it? Given you know more about what this is about,
Yeah.
you want me to say something about what's happening with social services?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the death of social. So the scripts are getting evicted, the death of social service, hope, and
I got it. Working with young parents has always been challenging, and are we ready? Work with young parents has always been a very challenging thing for service workers to do. But as federal regulations tighten up on welfare, on housing regulations, this type of the services young women need will become more difficult to access. They will have to be more ready than they're perhaps developmentally prepared for to make it on their own. It's incredibly important that the community understand the challenges that are facing these young women and that they will remain with us, and we have to help them find their way to independence. Is that okay?
that's great. That's good. That's a better ending. Than
Yeah.
You got it, Bob. All right, man. All that. Rolling now.
Okay. Your choice of music is your choice of music. And your music should be designed for your listening ears and your selection only. I find that tenants take offense when you're selecting their music, the time they should hear their music, and the volume of the music. Turn the music down. It's your music only, and make it yours by taking it in the house and playing it in your quiet music room to yourself. Loud music, company coming over with loud boom boxes, or the cars going by with loud speakers is offensive. Those are reasons for evictions. You're not cooperating, you're not a team player. Other reasons to get evicted from your apartment: lack of rent, or don't pay rent, or don't pay it on time. Pay part of it, give promises, no follow through. Well, your rent is someone's payments for their duplex or their apartment or their unit, and you're just required to pay the rent. Those are reasons for evictions, and particularly a 72-hour eviction. Everyone needs their money. They're called rent. It's a job. You have to pay your rent. There's no questions about it. Pay the rent on time. Save yourself some money. Don't let your checks bounce. I don't know if the rent went well, but that's the rent.
How about too many visitors?
Oh.
Let me see. Get a little wider here. Okay.
Company is the biggest issue with young people. Company meaning more company in your home than what's assigned to live in your home. Young people have people that come by on the hour, any hour, because they basically have nothing else to do. Parking in someone's slot, blocking someone in, and even your company get belligerent and tell off your neighbor. That's offensive, and you can be evicted for those types of things. Your company can make your apartment not your home, but a hangout, a park, a place for just hanging, a meeting grounds, and your apartment is not there for those type things. Your manager frowns on it. You're wearing out his building a little bit faster than what he wanted worn out to be, and there's not room for it. It's noisy, it's bothersome, and it's inconvenient. Good reasons to be evicted. You're not sticking with your plan if you entertaining and partying all day and is using your apartment for just a friend's meeting place. They have parks for those type things. Adhere to whatever the rules are in your unit, and you will be evicted that stays in, not a tenant that get evicted.
And the other one is
Kids outside?
playing with no supervision.
You could be evicted for unsupervised kids. That's a big topic and a bishop.
Wait, can you start over again, please?
Mhm.
Just say you can get evicted, like you just said, for unsupervised kids. Just pause first. I have to edit this.
I'm sure. You can be evicted for unsupervised kids. Your kids just running rapidly throughout the parking lot, banging on doors, creating havoc. Your kids have to be supervised. It's also a hazard when you have kids just out in the parking lots creating problems. They're making noise. It's out of control. If you're out of control, you're not responsible. All those things play key roles when eviction comes in, and yes, you can be evicted for unsupervised kids. Take your supervised kids to the city park.
Okay, one last thing. Thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
That it?
You set your hand. Yeah.
I think I should do the rent again.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and do it again. I'll get Sam and Nora together.
All right.
Looks all right to me. Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Okay.
Why do we need to keep our house clean? The houses should be clean or somewhat in order so you're not attracting bugs. Bugs as in cockroaches, any type of insects that happen to have a way to leaking into someone else's apartments. Bugs don't go away until you clean up and get rid of them. They're a nuisance, and they're not very likable. Housekeeping is important. It's important if you have kids and you have bugs, your child's crawling around on the floor. That's a health hazard. But housekeeping is very important. If you're in properties that look nice and clean when you visit to come and get the apartment, it should stay that way while you're a tenant. And of course it's going to be that way when you leave. If you change the landlord's plan, look forward to an eviction. Rent. Your rent's due on a timely fashion at the due date. If you're going to continue to make your rent late, you'll be charged money that you possibly didn't budget for, or eviction could come along. That's the first reason to be evicted. A 72-hour notice is given out if your rent is late or no rent. Your rent's important to your manager or apartment owner because he needs to pay his property payment bills. But it's not for us to decide what he needs his money for or if or not he needs it. It's for us to take our responsibility and pay the rent on time each and every month. Too many visitors. Da, 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 da.
Program, you close the door. I want to get.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Rolling.
Excuse me, ma'am. I want to get to your program. No, excuse me. I need help. I want to get in your program. Hello?
Is that like stop?
Okay, rolling.
Excuse me, ma'am. I want to get to your program. Excuse me, ma'am. No, listen. Ma'am, excuse me. I need to get to your program.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Lalita.
Okay, stand by, quiet on the set,
Okay.
and action.
No, I want to get in your program.
Okay, okay. Now one more. Okay, get back a little further. So you come
Okay, stand by, quiet on the set.
in. Rolling.
No, I want to get in your program.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the name?
20 seconds. Okay, rolling.
No.
Okay. Rolling.
No, not again. Now where am I gonna go? Who's gonna help me now?
Okay. Okay, rolling.
Girl, it is okay. These programs, you don't need them. You just gotta finish school, get you a job. I was a teen parent once myself, and girl, I know it's hard, but you can do it. You don't need everybody else. It's all right. Come on.
Okay, just a minute. Rolling.
Girl, I know how you feel. I'm a teen parent myself, but you just gotta get up in the morning, go to school, get on that bus, and just, it's hard, but you can do it. I did it, and I know everybody else can do it that's trying. You just gotta try. Come on. Are we done? I got you a live talk about Amber. Are we dead?